What's up, Dubb Nation? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Allan Wade. I'm so happy that you are joining me this morning. If it's your first time here, please take a moment to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Guys, we have our brother PE800 embroidery machine. I love this thing. It's big. It has this large sewing arm, well, embroidery arm, so you can embroider areas up to 5 by 7 inches. Guys, a lot of people have been asking me about these, about the SE600, asking me, hey, if I use another hoop, could I think somehow, and I was the same way when I first got into embroidery. I thought that if I used a bigger hoop or somehow was able to put a bigger hoop on the machine, that somehow the arm would grow magically and be able to embroider larger designs. That's not the way this stuff works, guys. The embroidery arm can only articulate but so much, and if you put a larger hoop on it, the arm's magically not going to just grow and make the machine move in ways that it's not built to move. So people would ask me, can you use a larger hoop? Yeah, you can use a larger hoop, but is that going to make you allow you to stitch larger designs? No, it's not going to be able to, because the arm can only articulate how the manufacturer intended it to articulate, if that makes any sense to you guys, okay? So what we're going to be doing today is we have our sweatshirt. People have been asking me to start embroidering on merch, and that's what we are doing here. So we are going to take this sweatshirt and we're going to embroider a whole bunch of stuff on this one sweatshirt. The first thing we're going to embroider, of course, is the A-Dubb Productions logo. So that's the first thing we're going to embroider on here, and then we're going to embroider something else. It's going to be, I hope this video is not too long. We're going to just embroider the logo on here just to start it off, but I'm going to embroider something else, two things on this shirt throughout this video, but I'm not going to kind of show the A-Dubb Productions logo all the way, if that makes sense, just a little bit of it. So let's roll the intro and let's get into this design.
Boom, wait a minute, just like that. Boom, 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 just like that. A-Dubb Productions, just like that. Like, comment, subscribe, just like that. Boom, wait a minute, just like that. A-Dubb, you ready? Wait a minute.
All right, guys, so what I am going to show you how to do is how to hoop your shirt, because it's very, very important, and the method that I use for finding the center. Okay, so I have the A-Dubb Productions logo. I want my hoop to be like this because the logo stitches out like this. And how do I find the area? I want to stitch out by the heart. So you want to look at the seam right here. The seam right here. And you want to come down from the neck. The seam right here, come down, shoulder, finger, and right here is where you want it to embroider. That's right on the heart, okay? So what I do, and I'm going to use a cutaway stabilizer, all right? I'm going to use a regular cloth as a stabilizer. So what I do is I take the bottom part of my sweatshirt and I start rolling it up to make it easy on myself to hoop the fabric. All right, so that's good enough. Got it rolled up a little bit. So now I'm going to come down here and I'm going to put my hoop underneath. First, I'm going to make sure my hoop is opened enough so that it can hoop properly. All right, put my hoop underneath. Then I take my, I'll take my stabilizer and my hoop and I put it underneath. All right, make sure you gotta kind of keep this in place because you want the stabilizer on top of the hoop. All right, and there's an easier way to do this. I showed it in another video how you can just adhere the stabilizer or the material to the back of the shirt, and you can do it that way. And we want to make sure this is in the middle. All right, down, and about the center of the hoop is where the logo is going to stitch out. So I have my hoop right here, and you can tell that this is about the center of the hoop. So that's about proper. So we're just going to take this, and while we're inserting the rest of the hoop, we're just lining it up to make sure that it goes on straight. All right, so we're looking at it like trying to keep it straight, trying to just eyeball it. All right, Doesn't have to be perfect, because most of the times you can't really, the naked eye can't really tell the difference. All right, as long as it's, and you just push down. You push down, you don't stretch this out any, you just simply push down and it hoops the fabric. And the main part, like I said, is you do not want to stretch the fabric. Now you reach in from under here and just tighten it up with that little hoop, with that little thing right here, the little metal thing. Just tighten it up. All right, tighten that bad boy up, and you guys can see back, front. We got that hooped. Now, one thing we gotta do is put it on our machine and get busy. All right. If you're new to the channel and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button. I greatly appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Thank you. Machine right here, and I'm just going to put my sweatshirt into the machine. Slide everything underneath. Make sure you remove the bottom part, the bottom of the sweatshirt from underneath the hoop. Once it's laying flat on the machine, you can slide the hoop right underneath the needle, like that. All right. Making sure you got all the access from underneath, like so. And then you take this part and you connect it to the machine, like this. Boom. And you space everything out. Make sure you got a nice flat surface. Once again, make sure nothing is underneath. All right. Now, just like I said in the last video when we did the t-shirt, what you want to pay attention to is where your neckline is. Your neckline is right here. So of course, you know what that means. That means that your design has to be facing this way. And right now on the screen, our design is facing this way, so it will stitch out sideways, so we have to rotate the design 90 degrees clockwise. Okay. All right. And now what I want to do is, on my machine screen, I actually have selected a hoop that's not, that I didn't hoop my garment with. I have selected the 5x7 hoop, but I actually have in my machine the 4x4 hoop. That's a no-no, but I'm going to try to trace it to see if it'll fit. All right, so I hit End Edit, and then I hit this button right here to trace, and then we're going to see the parameters and if this design is going to fit. All right, so let me angle the camera a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hope everybody can see that. So let me go to the outer edge. Again, I'm doing this with the foot raised. All right, so nothing hits anything. So let me go to the far edge of the design. All right, put the foot down. That does not look like it's going to touch. And let me go to this far edge. Foot down. That does not look like it's going to touch at all. This side, definitely not going to touch. That side, definitely not going to touch. Contour trace. All right, so I can see right now that the design can definitely fit using this 4x4 hoop. All right, so that's just one method so you can see if you can still use your 4x4 hoop for a larger design that says it can't fit in the 4x4 hoop. Another thing that I'm going to do with this image right here is I want to, before it stitches out, to avoid any puckering, embroider, I want to adjust the tension. All right, so I go up here, and this is my tension right here on the PE800. So I'm just going to lower the tension to kind of what I have it on my SE6, and I kind of have it between like 2 and 1, so about 1.8. That's sufficient for me. Press OK, and I'm ready to embroider. All right, so only thing I have to do is add some thread to the top. All right, so let's add our thread.
A-Dubb Productions.
So guys, I'm going to put a white logo on here. So despite the machine says use black thread, I'm putting in white thread because I want to make this logo in white. All right, boom. Around here, around here, around here, around, down, around, down, down here. Then once we get to right here, I'm going to hold this thread with 2 hands and I'm going to push it. I'm trying to film this so you guys can see. I'm going to put it through number 6 right here. All right, got to get in there real fast so my hand's in the way. Do number 6, right? Up through number 7, down, thread. All right, it's that simple, guys. If you haven't done so already, please hit that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Scissors, put my scissors through that little thread loop, bring the rest of the thread through, and just trim the excess about, maybe 2 inches or so. Trim it, and that's it. All right, so now right here, guys, is where you have options. You can either put down some, depending on how thick your fabric is, you can put down some water-soluble stabilizer, water-soluble topping. And what that does is it enables your design to stitch on top of your thicker fabrics. But in this case, I'm just going to stitch directly onto the garment, so I'm not going to worry about that. Let's just push the button and let it start embroidering our logo, okay? All right. And let's see, as you guys can see, exactly what I said. It doesn't touch the sides because we did our tracing. Definitely want to trace. Never want to not trace, because tracing tells you exactly where the design is going to go. All right, so we're direct to garment with the PE800. I'm going direct to garment, showing you guys that it is possible. Our design is facing the correct way, and you see the PE800 doing its thing. Look at how good it stitches out. And we're going to have our logo embroidered onto a shirt. Why? Because when we go out and wear stuff, why not wear our brand? Why not promote our brand, right? So A-Dubb Productions on everything, okay? A-Dubb Productions goes on everything. So let me let the rest of the stitch out, and I'll be right back.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, guys, our logo is all stitched out, and just wanted to show you guys how it came out real fast. I know a lot of you guys are looking to do this. That's why I felt it necessary to show you guys. And here it is, untrimmed and everything. A-Dubb Productions on a sweatshirt. Gonna trim it up, and of course, it's necessary to wear your own merchandise, right? Wear your own merchandise to promote your business and stuff like that. And you can see that it's possible on the Brother PE800. If you haven't purchased your PE800 yet, use my Amazon link down in the description below to purchase your Brother PE800 or SE600 embroidery and sewing and embroidery machine for the SE600. PE800 is strictly embroidery only. All right, taking this hoop back off, and once you take the hoop off, you just trim away your cutaway stabilizer. And you guys see that I did not use any spray-on adhesive for this. If you're just starting off, you might want to use a spray-on adhesive. You don't have to, like I did in the last video. But if it's a thinner material like t-shirts, you definitely want to consider. And if it's an intricate design, you definitely want to highly consider. And I would advise, as a matter of fact, not even consider, I would advise you to use the spray-on adhesive, because those thinner materials, they will shift, especially if you're doing like an intricate design. It will shift and it will ruin the way your design looks. All right, so let me trim this up, and we'll get going with the root of the video and exactly what we're going to be stitching onto this shirt besides this. All right, so already this has been a full video, but you guys get a 2-for-1 today. All right, so you guys can see trimming away at this stabilizer. Boom, this is what the back of the shirt looks like, and that's okay. We can live with that. All right, you can trim it up neatly if you want to, making sure you don't cut your shirt, of course. All right, cut your sweatshirt. I'm gonna leave it like that for right now for the sake of the video. Turn it back around, and you guys see, of course, I'm gonna trim it up and get all the loose ends out, and there we go. That's a good start. All right, so now that we got our logo all set up right here, I'm gonna try to do this shirt in a way, the sweatshirt in a way that makes sense, because I'm gonna actually wear this sweatshirt to promote. So I'm trying to do this as neat as possible. So right now I'm just got my fabric in, and I'm lining this up right next to the other one. Same concept down here, 4 fingers down, logo should stitch out in the middle. So I'm just lining this up to make sure it falls in the right place. Then I push it down. just like I did before. Make sure it's lined up nice and straight, or straight as possible I can see with the eye. Boom, pushed it right down, reach in, tighten that bad boy up, and we are ready to embroider the next thing into this this shirt right here, or the sweatshirt. Alright, tighten it all the way up. Alright, make sure it doesn't shift at all. Alright, now what I am going to say is spray-on adhesive would have been really good to use on this because it helps stabilize it even better. Because even not using it, you can see right here in the corner, that didn't ruin it, but you can see right here in the corner where it slightly came off and I slightly lost registration right here. See that stitch right there? Slightly off. Alright, and that's because it wasn't stabilized enough. Also in this corner, you can see it just a little bit. Lost registration just a little bit. But still looks good. You can still wear it. Alright. So let's load up the embroidery machine and put on the next, start the next design. This joint in right here. I'm not gonna baby y'all on how we did this because you already saw how we did it. If not, rewind the video. I'm gonna be repeating myself 100 times. You guys are not kids. Some of you guys might be kids, but for the most part my audience is adults. Lay this down flat, clear out the bottom, slide it underneath, hook it in, hook it in. Give this video a thumbs up, by the way, if you're watching this. Alright, pay attention to where the collar is, because that's the direction you're going to put your design, or else you're going to mess it up. And like I said, this shirt is going to be like, this sweatshirt is going to be something like all over the place, so it's okay if it stitches out. I don't want to stitch it out sideways. I want to do it the way I want it, I have it in my head, okay? So you want to pay attention to how you have it in your head. Alright, so let me rotate this design. And as a matter of fact, I don't really think I'm going to use this design, but let me just see the size of the design. All right. It's not too bad. I think I'm going to go ahead and go along with it. From here, it's kind of bigger than I wanted it, but because it's on a sweatshirt, that's not bad, so I'm just going to go ahead and go along with it with this one right here. All right. Embroider, first color is going to be red, so I'm going to go ahead and put my red embroidery thread in. Take this one out. Yeah. You know what? As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to adjust this design a little bit. I'm going to go back in my embroidery software and adjust this design. I'll be right back, guys. I don't like the way all the colors are overlapping, so give me a second.
A-Dubb Productions.
All right, guys, so we are back over here. We've adjusted the file. If you guys want to see the digitization of this whole YouTube play button, click the link right here. I think there should be a link right here so you guys can watch it. All right. Finally made a digitizing video for you guys using Chroma Lux. Use my affiliate link down below if you want to purchase Chroma Lux, guys. All right, so on the screen on our embroidery machine, once again, we're paying attention to where the neckline is of the shirt, and we know we need to rotate this design right here. So we rotate it, press OK, embroider, all right, and we are ready to stitch this out right here. So only thing we gotta do is load up our thread, which is not loaded yet. First thread is red, 10 minutes, then white, and then black for the border, okay? Got our stabilizer in, got everything in, everything hooped up all right, so we're just gonna go ahead and thread the red in, put the red embroidery thread in our machine, and go ahead and stitch this one out. Make sure our foot is up, yeah it is. Come around. Okay, this thing is wrapped around itself right here. Come around, down, through here. Sheesh. It's really awkward. I'm trying to work with the camera obstructing my thing right here. You gotta put that foot down before you thread it. Alright, good to go. Bring that excess thread through. Trim just a little bit. Ready to go, guys. Alright, so just go ahead and press the button to start embroidering the design. focus for you guys. There you go. You guys got a nice little view right there. Press the button and start embroidering. Here's the meat and potatoes of this whole video, guys. I hope I don't need to change thread. It says it's going to take 13 minutes. All right. And just so you guys know, what I advise you to do whenever you digitize anything, don't just go and stitch it onto your good sweatshirt. If you guys see right here, I went ahead and I stitched this out using my SE600. On my SE600, it took 19 minutes for the stitch out. On this right here, it's saying it's going to take 13 minutes to stitch out because obviously this machine stitches faster than the SE600. But the moral of the story is what I'm trying to tell you guys, don't just digitize a file and stitch it, go ahead and embroider it directly onto your garment. You want to go ahead and test it out. And because I digitized correctly, when I tested it out, it came out perfectly, no gaps anywhere. Like I said, if I wanted to, I could have added a border around this right here, around the play button, but stitched out fine, all right? And as you can see, it's stitching out great right now. No puckering, and that's what we wanna, that's what we're looking for, okay? So just gonna let this keep on stitching out. Like I said, if you guys wanna purchase Chroma Luxe or wanna look into it, use my Racoma link down in the description below to purchase Chroma Luxe. And what I like about Chroma Luxe is, and what I like about this company, Racoma, is just because in the event that you purchase it, you're not high and dry, you're not stuck left with software that you don't know how to use, because they have a service where you can go online and log into your account once you purchase the software, and you can sign up for online training. And the online training is actually somebody live. You're talking to somebody live, and you're in a cyber classroom type setting, all right? You can type in questions while they're going along, and they're teaching you basic features that you need to know about embroidering, all right? So you're learning all this stuff with somebody that's doing it from a remote location live, all right? Live. It's not something that's pre-recorded. They do have pre-recorded tutorials online, but the live training is what's really gonna bridge that learning curve for you newbies, all right? Along with me making videos for you guys. So just use my affiliate link down below to purchase your Chroma Luxe. It's an investment, guys. It's not gonna be cheap. The program is about $2,500 for the full version, but if you do it right, if it's something serious that you want to get into, then guess what? You're gonna have to spend the money, and it's well worth it. It's well worth it because the possibilities are endless when you know how to work the software yourself, and it just takes time to learn. You know, you want to start your own business, you want to do your own thing. Well, this is what it's gonna take. So, guys, you see right here, see how it's stitching out? No puckering. No nothing, looking good. We just digitized this together. If you didn't see it, like I said, click that video. I'm gonna put the video in the description also, but go back in the videos and you guys can check it out. And yeah, all right, I'm gonna let a little bit of stitch out and I'll be right back.
Hey Dub Nation, it's your girl Kaveen Jador, and you are tuning into A-Dubb Productions. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
All right, up the ISO on y'all just a little bit to give you guys a better look at what's going on here. As you guys can see, this part of the image is stitched out wonderfully. Looks good. Directly onto sweatshirts, guys. All right, now let's go ahead and get it going with the white part. That's next. So we're putting the white thread on here. Trying my best not to hit the camera. Let me give you guys a better shot of what's going on, so you guys can see. Sorry for the continuous close-up. Sometimes I forget because I'm doing this by myself, and it's hard to remember everything and all the steps and everything to show you guys. You know what I'm saying? All right, so come over here, grab with 2 hands, boom, bring it down here, try to reach in between here, boom, 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 bring this down, and then click, click, whip, whip, drag it through, boom, clip, clip, about 2 inches or so, and start to embroider the white play button. All right, that's simple, guys. And yes, you can do it with the PE800. getting better and better all the time. Guys, you're gonna have to take your time learning how to digitize if you want to do this for yourself. It's not something that's gonna be very, very simple, but it's not very, very hard. It just takes time. And anything worth having takes time. Anything worth doing that takes time. If it were easy, what do they say? If it was easy, everybody would be doing it, but it's not easy. It's not hard either, but it's just not easy. So you're gonna have to take your time. I'm gonna have to learn the process. I'm gonna have to learn how to do it. All right. And it's just like that. This white part is pretty much done and stitched out. And doing a little Instagram video. You guys see it on a sweatshirt. Got the A-Dubb Productions YouTube play button on the other side for promo. Yeah. Guys, so yeah. And just like that, the white part is done. See what I do, guys? See how I do my promo right there? That's for the gram. So follow me on Instagram too so you guys can see what's going on, because I do that type of stuff almost every day, all day. So you guys can check out some behind the scenes stuff. Take out this. And the last part of this YouTube play button is my black. Put on my spool saver. Links down below if you want spool savers. Go ahead, come in with the black thread, which is the last part of the design. And I didn't show you in the software, I did something to the black border. I took off the, it had like this type of backing around it. I took it off and just made it, what do you call it? Just a outline stitch instead of having that long. I'll show you guys will see it in another tutorial, but it's stitched out fine, as you guys can see with this one. It stitched out perfectly fine. I just didn't like that it was zigzagging before it started the full stitch, so I just added a line to go around, then it starts the full stitch. But anyway, I'll show you guys that in another video. Alright, so boom, that's all ready. That's all threaded up. Hit the button and get it popping, and this design is pretty much going to be over. See how it's going around? It's going to get to the other side, then it's going to go around again, and then it's going to start to stitch out. Go around again, all right? Then it does the border, and that's what I changed. It was doing a zigzag stitch all the way around before it started the border. Didn't want that. All right, so you guys can see that, like, see the precision directly onto a sweatshirt. Directly onto a sweatshirt. It's possible, all right? So we're doing it right now. All right, so let's take it out. Let's go ahead and take it out and let's examine it. Somebody hit some drum rolls out there. Hit some drum rolls, guys. Hit some drum rolls. I need some drum rolls. No gaps. No gaps. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Let me focus, focus, focus. No gaps. Looking good, guys. Looking good. Direct garment embroidery. Let me take this off of the hoop so I can drop it down and show you guys what we're looking like so far for our sweatshirt. And we're not done with the sweatshirt yet. We're gonna be putting a whole bunch of stuff on this sweatshirt, but this is just all we're doing right now for today's video. All right, so we got YouTube, A-Dubb Productions, one on one chesticle, the other one on the other chesticle, and we're gonna put designs all over this sweatshirt, guys. So you guys want to see some direct-to-garment stuff, how to embroider on a sweatshirt? We're going to take a bunch of designs, put them on a sweatshirt. Starting off with YouTube, A-Dubb Productions. Like, comment, subscribe, guys. What do you guys think? Nice and straight, nice and lined up. Just by eyeballing it, right? Just by eyeballing it. Just by looking and lining it up right, got it looking good. All right? On another video, I'll put it on for you guys, but for right now, just to give you guys a stay tuned, yeah, if you guys want to see it on me, then you guys might want to check me out on Instagram, instagram.com/adubbproductions. Subscribe there, because you'll see me rocking it on Instagram. We have did it successfully. We're starting to make less mistakes over here at A-Dubb Productions on the YouTube channel, right? Look at this. No puckering. at all. No puckering at all. Looks good. Just got to trim off the back of that one. But looking real good so far, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Looks darn good if you ask me. Looks pretty darn good. So let me know what you think about this video. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know if it was useful to you guys. Let me know if you want to see more stuff like this. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff, guys. Trying to teach you guys some stuff that will help you earn some extra income. Some stuff that not everybody's offering this information, guys. And I kind of tried to do it methodically so that you guys can intentionally learn with me, but you guys aren't. You guys don't see it. You guys might say, oh, why is he doing the same videos? There's a method to my madness, guys. All right, so keep on watching, subscribe to the channel, and thank you guys so much for joining me. Guys, follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to visit the merch store, allanawade.com. Buy yourself some channel merch, help support the channel. Got some of these logos on here, plenty of files. I added new files to the site, so make sure you guys check those new files out. All right, very inexpensive, and it helps the channel out a lot, right? Use my Amazon link anytime you're shopping on Amazon. Use my Racoma link if you want to purchase the Chroma Lux software so you guys can digitize like me and do the things that I do. Use my Amazon link to purchase your PE800, all types of stuff. That's how I sustain myself and maintain this YouTuber lifestyle, because everything with glitters ain't gold. So, you know, everything is going good, and I can't complain about anything, guys. This whole year has been fantastic for me, and it's all thanks to you guys. So, let's keep at it, guys. Talk to you guys on the next video. Peace.
Turn up that, crank it up. Why listen to the rest when you're rocking with the best, baby?